Welcome back again, everyone. Today I'm reviewing the newest Gloria Cubana, the Serie R Esteli, and this is the number 54, and that designates the size 6 by 54. These are available only in cigar shops, not online. All Nicaraguan, and that's interesting for La Gloria Cubana. Uses top priming jalapa sol wrapper and a combination of visos and ligeros in the binder and filler. Doesn't really give a detailed breakdown. These come in 18 count boxes, and this size has a suggested retail price of $6.49. 6 by 54, as we said. There is your density. This cigar has a nice weight in the hand. It's well made, has a nice little shine to it. You can see it in the lights there, oily wrapper. So let's get right to it. The La Gloria Cubana Serie R Esteli number 54. One thing I didn't mention before is that since La Gloria Cubana decided, since the tobacco is all Nicaraguan, they would roll these in the city bearing the cigar's name, Esteli, so they are all hand rolled in Esteli, Nicaragua. Now I'm removing this silver shiny band from the foot, and we will now clip this cap. This cigar really has a very dense feel, very dense. It's a very dark wrapper too. If you notice that, for a Nicaraguan, it's quite dark. Has just a little firmness to it, but I think we can work with that. There is a note or two of orange citrus. These are Nicaraguan. I would hope they would have a little bit of citrus to it, but there is even more leather. The orange citrus has a little hint of sweetness to it, and it's very upbeat and light, but then the overwhelming other flavor, probably 40 citrus, 60 leather. The other flavor is leather at this point. Pepper's pretty good. At least a 7, between a 7 and an 8. So those are your two main flavors at first. You get a little nice sweet orange citrus, and then it is just bombarded by leather notes. Hold on. I would call it a black pepper. That's what I wanted to check to see what type of pepper we had there. There's some earthiness there, but the two main flavors is what you're going to notice right up front. So let's let it rest a minute or proceed, and let's see where we go from here. Well, I'm about a half inch in. Cigar's burning evenly. Okay, at this point we're starting to get some additional flavors and a little bit of a change. Not a lot of change. You still have the sweet orange citrus now tastes a lot more like a very sweet cedar, with little hints of cherry popped in there, here and there. The leather is still quite prominent, You also the leather has a touch of, believe it or not, a little richness to it. So you have some buttery notes to go along with it. The pepper remains very good. I would say now it is an 8, and the finish is a very sweet cream with a ton of lingering black pepper. Lots of tingling on the back of the tongue and the palate. So that's where we are. What's the body of the cigar, you might ask? I would say it is every bit medium now, and it's moving even as this short distance. It's pretty much medium. It'll be at medium to full here in the next few minutes, and we'll see where it goes from there. Well, I'm roughly 1.25 inches, close to 1.5 inches in. There's your ash is starting to droop, but the flavors are becoming a little more balanced. The sweet cedar and cherry notes are pretty much even with the buttery leather notes. Cigar is pretty much medium to full bodied. I really thought at the pace it was going, it may jump to full bodied, but it's you would call it medium to full bodied at this point, and it is burning rather evenly. If you notice the cigar part, but just the ash is starting to droop. But it is still a very dense feeling cigar, so it's burning rather slowly. But that's where we are. Balanced flavors at this point, and going along quite nicely. Well, I'm here at the band, so I need to remove that. It's starting to get scorched. The cedar notes are still there. They have some sweetness. They are subdued. They are overwhelmed once again by the leather notes, and there are also quite a bit of earth notes to go along with those leather notes. The buttery aspect of the leather has gone, and the cigar is very close to full bodied right now. The heavy lingering pepper on the finish is also quite subdued. It's lost quite a bit of its pop. The finish is still one of a sweet cream. Has a few leathery characteristics to it, some carryover from the front end, but quite a change from the last segment. We're pretty much here at the end, so I'm going to wrap it up. This cigar is a story of really two cigars. The first half was one of a lot of rich notes, buttery notes, not a lot of nice flavors. You had cedar, you had cherry. Started out with some nice orange citrus. In the second half, you lost a lot of the cedar notes, a lot of the sweetness. You lost the butter. A lot more leather in the second half, and a lot more earth. Here at the end, same story. The cedar is detectable at best. It's not what I'd call very obvious. The leather is quite prominent. Earth notes are quite prominent. Cigar is definitely full-bodied, but it lost a lot of what the notes that I like. Now, my reviews are less about what I think, more about what I describe. So you people that like leather, this is a good cigar. Try it. You'll probably love it. I'm not an overly leather guy. If it's going to be leathery, it's going to have to be like it was on the front end. When it transitioned at the midpoint and got away from predominant sweet notes and got predominant leather, it really lost me. The cigar burned fine, all that. The finish really didn't change throughout, but the front end flavors definitely did. So for that reason, I'm scoring it an 88. Pretty good cigar on the front end, and it really transitioned for me and it lost. But again, I'm describing the cigar for you to make your own mind up. And leather is a big part of this cigar. It is a huge part in the second half. The Gloria Cubana Serie R Esteli gets a score of 88. Leather lovers, be on the lookout for this cigar. Only available in brick and mortar shops.